folks, this is Kelly from Holly and Artworks. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of roving dyeing, so stay tuned and you'll see how I dye some of my roving. I use about 3 different techniques. Today I'm going to be using the plastic wrap burrito method. Not my name for it. Scout, actually, from Scout Swag, came up with the name on an episode of Nitty Gritty, I believe it was, where you roll up the roving or yarn in plastic like a burrito and roll it up. So anyway, we're going to be doing that. So the next thing you're going to be seeing is mostly my hands while I work. I'm going to go into mixing the dyes, how I lay it out, and how I finish it, although I'm probably not going to show you the finishing portion. Okay, so today we're doing some roving, and I have some roving stuck to my fingers apparently. I kind of thought out my color scheme, I kind of did not. I went through the Fresh from the Dye Pot thread over at the Love to Dye forum in Ravelry, but this may change as I go, I don't know. Alright, what I have here are 4 bottles of hot from the tap water, not boiling, not anything like that. Just hot from the tap with a small amount of vinegar added to it because I do use acid dyes. I measure my dye by dry volume, which is probably not the best method, but I have worked out how well it works. Now this is a 1/4 teaspoon of dye, and the first color is purple. I have a little rinsey cup over here so I don't get colors mixed, and my shop towel. There's purple. The reason I do it this way, these are little squirt bottles. You can get them from Dharma Trading Company, which is where most people purchase their dyes, but I don't buy them from there because they're extra expensive through them for some unknown reason. Okay, now this is black, and black, to get a really good black, you need a double dose, so this is why I'm putting in 2. But I worked it out so that this 1/4 teaspoon is the perfect amount I need for this size bottle, which is, I believe, the 16-ounce bottles. I'm not exactly sure about that. Now remember, that water is not to get it clean. It's just to get most of the dye off before I rub it with my cheap Walmart shop towel. Okay, so there's black. Notice I am not getting the dye on my hands at this point. And I try very carefully not to do that, although later when I actually put it on the roving, you're going to see that I sing a totally different tune. Next color is turquoise, and I mix my turquoise because even though they say that the turquoise is a primary, I find it is too yellow to be a primary. It makes muddy colors. So I mix my turquoise from sky blue, which to me works out as a primary. Okay, and my turquoise is almost a full scoop of the yellow. Almost full scoop, not quite a full scoop. And see, I get that, mostly I get the spoon wet before I wipe it so that I don't have dry dust on my towel. Okay, anyway, almost a full scoop of the sun yellow, and then a smidge, like maybe 1/4 of a scoop of the blue. I'll swirl it around a little bit, and that's actually coming out to be my green, which, you know what, I'm going to go with that feeling. Maybe a little more blue, because I don't want to take a lot of time on the mixing today. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. And dip and wipe. probably be good to throw in the dye pot and just see where it goes. It's probably too black for that. And finally, cherry red. I tried a lot of reds. What I was looking for was that deep red that you see on the Star Trek uniforms. Because originally, one of the second rovings that some of the second rovings that I did was all the Star Trek colors. And I had a really hard time finding the right red for that, because you know how it is. You look at colors on the monitor and they're just not 100% accurate. Okay, so red is mixed. This is cherry red. This is not the one that works out to be Star Trek red. Fire red actually was the one that worked out. This one was too purpley, actually, to work correctly. So I have my 4 colors, and the color scheme was just decided upon semi-randomly. And then I have a bottle of vinegar here, same squirt bottle, just in case I want to thin out the color in a spot, or if I don't think there's enough acid in there. I think there's enough acid for everybody at this point, though, because not only have I mixed the colors with acid, but I have used acid in the soaking water for the roving. Okay, now there was 3 layers of paper towels. These are 7th generation paper towels, which means they are uber recycled paper pulp. I get them by the case from Amazon. They're very good about that. However, I do use the evil plastic wrap. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is not very green friendly. And you would be correct. But if there was a more recyclable or more environment friendly way to have a moisture barrier while steaming wool, I would like to know about it. There just isn't a way. I mean, you can reuse plastic bags, but the way I dye, you can't use a plastic bag. My dyeing is too drippy. Okay, now I've had some merino, superwash merino 10-cell roving soaking in water and vinegar. What I do is I figured out that my 4 ounces of roving, which I measure out when I get the shipment of raw roving in, my 4 ounces of roving, a 4-ounce ball, will lay out almost perfectly in 4 equal length strands, the length of this table, which that just happened to be a happy coincidence thing. Actually, not 4, 5. Sorry. Apparently I have not been paying attention. So anyway, 5 equal length strands, just about. So once I lay that out, I leave about 2 inches on either end of the plastic for the roving, which is why I went over the edge a little bit. And now I'm going to give, see? This is why I said I will be getting it on my hands. You know what? I think I'm going to stop the camera for a little bit, and I'm going to go shake these over the sink, because this happens a lot.